Hello, hi, good evening. Evening, yeah, it's 4 o'clock. Right, so welcome to the stream. My name is Garrison from Singapore, and the time now is coming to 4 p.m. and it's a Sunday evening. So hope you have a wonderful weekend so far. Right, and yes, so what we're going to do is we're going to conclude the topic for this week itself, and then touching on the next week's topic. And at the same time, quite a few things that I wanted to go through. So yeah, so let's begin. Okay, so the usual stuff first. So if you're watching this live stream, welcome to the stream, and you can actually interact with me via two methods. One is using the chat function itself. Uh, right, you can just type in your message in the chat box, and then I will look at it, and then I will go through it, and I will reply them by the end of the stream. Right, that's one. The other way is if you like to talk to me live on air, you can actually do so by using a service called Discord. So if you have got a Discord account, what you can do is you can actually log on to your Discord account, go to my this Twitch profile, click on the Discord link, and then you'll be invited to my server. So once you join my server, you can actually go to this on air live section. It's a voice channel. So what you can do is click on it, and then turn on your microphone, and then we can actually talk to each other live on air. Right. So that's the other method. So two methods. One is via the chat function itself, the chat box you can type in, or alternatively you can talk to me live using the chat function. I mean the voice function, the voice chat function, right? Okay, good. So that's for the live part. And if you're watching this as a recorded video on either Twitch or YouTube, yeah, you can feel free to give me your comments as well. You can just type to me, private message me and stuff like that. Or the third method is using my other social media handle. So I have attached a few on my Twitch profile, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah. So just feel free to text me and then give me your opinion, give me your ideas and stuff like this, how I can actually improve on this stream, and yeah, then we'll be good, right? So let's see. Yeah, so we are going back to our topic itself. The topic for this week is about durians. Yep, have you had your fair share of durians for 2022? Right, and maybe just a simple description about the type of durians that you like and stuff like that. So yeah, that would be good. And if you are actually following on my Discord server as well, so not only do I have this the Discord server to act as a voice channel for for the live stream, there's also a text channel whereby it corresponds to our live stream. So the topic that we've discussed for the week itself it also appeared in the text function itself. So maybe in times to come, if let's say you're watching this from maybe a later date, if you want to participate in the so-called the conversation and the discussion, you can actually feel free to go through the Discord server, look out for the for this under social media, under Twitch. You can actually look out for our so-called our topics that we have discussed. You can poll on it, you can actually cast your vote, or you can actually create a thread and then start discussion from there, right? So it's actually very versatile, so feel free to use it. It's completely free to you guys, right? So yeah, so that's the topic itself. So it's about durians. I know some people like durians. They have cravings for it every year, when it's in season. Actually, in fact, if I'm not wrong, durian is now all season long, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's just that during the in season, then it's where maybe it's the prime period or something like that. Yeah. So, yeah. And I think there are a lot of different types. I think not classification. What should I call it? Types. Yeah, different categories of durians, I would say. Yeah. So there's D24, there's Mao Shan Wang, there's black can't remember what are the various names for it, but yeah, there are actually different type of variety. So maybe to some of you, durian might be, creamy and whichever thing. So to those who actually really, go into the detail, some of the durians a little bit, can be a little sweet. It can be creamy and sweet, and then after that, some of them will give you maybe a slight bitter aftertaste, and they like this stuff. So it's actually very individual. So there are different type of durians cater for different people, right? And for those who don't really like durian, then yeah, it's totally something totally to be avoided, right? So yeah, that will be the topic for this week. So we're ending this week, and next week we're going to start a new topic itself. So if you have any interesting topics that you would like us to talk about, feel free to write to me and let me know. And if let's say I've chosen the topic that you have so-called you have wrote in and stuff like that, I will give you the due credits, and then we can actually discuss on it from tomorrow onwards. So basically, it will be discussed on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. Right. So, yep, that's about the topic itself. And yeah, a few things to probably go through as well. For those who know, who has been following, who actually know me, I'm actually working as kind of like a social media content creator. So what I do is I actually help people to run their social media handles and stuff like that. So, yeah, even for this stream itself, this live stream is actually kind of an accidental experiment. If you like to find out more, you can actually go to the YouTube section. So basically, on my Twitch profile, there's this YouTube link as well. Click on it and then look for the video that is dated 1st of May 2022. Yes, it's the first so-called my recorded stream to be saved on YouTube. So all the previous ones that is done before that are all on Twitch itself, and Twitch has got only a 2 weeks of lifespan before it's being deleted forever. So yeah, so also thanks to my viewers, they actually suggested that I can actually keep them on YouTube. So that's what I did. So after every live stream, like for example, today's live stream as well. So at the end of the day, I will just download it and then I'll upload it on YouTube, and it will be available on the next day, 12 p.m. Unless there are some technical issues, yeah. Unless there are technical issues, otherwise it will be the next day, 12 p.m. If you don't get to see it, it will be up as soon as I can, right? So yeah, so talking about that, live stream is something that caught on probably during the COVID period. So apart, I mean, not say apart, I mean, previously what we used to do video, we actually do a lot of so-called shooting. Like, if we want to do a campaign for a product or a service or stuff like that, then we actually plan through the entire mechanics, and then we will actually video the introduction. So it will be quite a few takes, and then the person will actually talk about the product, and then until it is one of the more presentable take, then we will do a lot of things post edit, so as post production. So yeah, then we have got the final video, and then we will actually so-called tie in together with the campaign and then upload it and then just launch the campaign. But for live stream, it's something different. It's something we do live, so there's no second take, and if you say something wrong on air, it means it's wrong. So yeah, it's not so bad to the extent that there's no second chance or whichever thing, but a lot of preparations needed for live stream. Yeah, so there is something to take note of. Right, so this is just a little throwback. So right now, moving forward, because there's so many platforms available on the social media so-called environment itself, and if you are going to fully utilize everything, then it can be quite a challenge, especially if let's say you're just a one-man operation and you need to know what are the strengths and weaknesses of all the individual platform, so that you can actually best advise your customer on which platform to attack on, and then also based on the demograph, the age, all the so-called geographical locations and stuff like that. So there's a certain algorithm to be actually taken note of. So to cut the whole thing short, I'm trying to streamline my personal social media so-called usage. So if you have been following before 1st of July and now after 1st of July, you notice that I'm trying to shift my focus from probably one platform to another. And it doesn't mean that I totally don't use that platform. That means to say I don't use it as much. I would like to use the other platform more so as to see if there's any differences, so-called in the various services as well. Right. So if you don't catch me, I mean it's pretty okay. Okay, so to put it simply, I will move from the platform starting with F to the platform that starts with T with a little bit. It's Twitter lah, basically. So I'm going to go back to Twitter. Of course, if you are actually merely looking at my Twitter for, my Twitter profile for, not say profile, my Twitter account, my Twitter handle, not handle. What am I trying to say? Yes, I got various different Twitter account. One is for personal, one is for really personal, one is for work, and as you know, probably you also know that I'm also a real estate agent, also a real estate salesperson. So I do have another one for myself personal, and then another one for a generic one. So yeah, these are the various so-called different accounts that I have just solely on Twitter. So yeah, so I've been using quite a fair bit, and I also noticed the changes. And well, what can I say? Basically social media platforms are everywhere, and you'll be able to find one that suits you. However, if you think that if the one that is actually giving you a lot of insecurity in terms of privacy, in terms of your information that's being mismanaged and stuff like that, and if you don't really like it, then there are also other social media platforms for you to actually explore into. However, having said that, I have to say every individual social media platform has got its pros and cons, and it's a matter of how you want to look into it. Like, for example, recently there's an article about this US FCC compliance. Yeah, they're asking both Google Play Store and Apple App Store to remove a certain social media app because they suspect it's actually more on surveillance for a particular country. So yeah, I mean, as an end user, if you are just a just an end user, it doesn't really hit you much. But if let's say if you are holding a certain appointment, doing certain things, and if you are of a certain level, then probably you need to watch your back. Yeah. So yeah, it's actually going very serious in the topic. But I just want to tell you that I just tend to focus lesser on Facebook and more on Twitter. My Instagram will still remain because Instagram is actually very focused. I'm actually doing more on scenery, more on scenery photography and stuff like that. Although sometimes I may do like some of my work behind the scene and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's for Instagram. So if you notice for the entire 2020, 21, 22, even up to now, whatever that's on my IG is also on my Facebook. So it's a parallel. So I don't see that much of a need for me to use my Facebook as much. Of course, my own individual Facebook profile will remain, and then those friends, whoever who is inside, I will still try to keep them. Those who are actually more of like acquaintances, probably I will, as time goes along, if I have the time, I will just do some simple housekeeping. And yeah, so for more of these individual so-called tags and whichever thing, I'll probably use Twitter, right? I think it is, I want to separate a lot of things into different places. And if you go into my TikTok account, it's actually basically more of my collection of soundtracks, sound effects, and stuff like that, and then try to piece everything together. But you notice that there's no face. I don't show my face in TikTok. So in terms of facial recognitions and whichever thing, maybe not so. We'll see how it goes. So basically, different platform, different approach. So hopefully that will work out. I'm not too sure how you want to segregate. For some of them, they actually have got the same content. They actually post across all the social media so-called handle, so that whoever that has got only one of the social media and not the other will still be able to receive the same message throughout, right? That's also one way to look into it. That's also a workable way, right? And yeah, so it really depends on individual. So if you would like to know how to go about, to segregate and then to to fully utilize on your social media, whatever thing, yeah, maybe you can actually let me know, right? And then we can actually I can actually share with you something, and then if let's say that actually helps you, then good, right? So yeah, basically that's what I do. Okay, now, oh yeah, let me see. Is there anyone leaving any message? Nope. So yeah, I think the this particular channel is going to probably going to its end of life already. Because yeah, I mean even the view for I think the last previous show, yeah, it's actually not very. Yeah, so maybe people are getting bored of it already, or because I also find myself talking about the same thing over and over and over again, so it's like very naggy. Right, unless I go into phase two, whereby I can get somebody on board, I can actually do live, uh, something a live talk on whichever thing, or maybe I can actually get somebody to be on the other end, on the virtual side of on the other end, to have a certain discussion and topic itself. Otherwise, I think it's going to be very bone dry and it will naturally die off and fizzle out, right? So yeah, so in the meantime, this July will be something for me to do as a kind of like a consolidation before I really decide to really pull the plug or to maybe change to something else, right? We will always need to be able to adapt and evolve so that we can actually still be relevant. And yeah, so that is how things will go moving on. That's how it seems like. Right, so good. I'm actually going around and around because I actually more or less reached my destination, and I'm actually kind of early. So this is the only time frame that I can do for today, because after that it's going to be late already. Right, so at least I do this live stream. I can actually conclude the topic for this week itself before we start off with next week's topic. Right, so yeah, so more or less there. Okay, maybe I just hang over here. Okay, maybe I just go over here at the side of the road, not obstructing anybody. Right, so let me see. Just maybe a little bit more. We are like almost 20 minutes into the stream. So basically, like what I mentioned, today's stream is normally Sundays I will do kind of like a concluding stream, because Sunday most of the time my stream is around afternoon, evening time, and then I will suppose you guys will be actually out with your family, your friends, and whoever, to actually catch up for a dinner, for a show, or maybe you just want to probably rest. Yeah, so I think that would be it. And for the rest of the week itself, it's actually more of like me running around in between my work schedule and in between my commute, and then I will just do the live stream. So whatever it is, just feel free to join in if if you are available, to text or to voice. Otherwise, if you think you would like to join me for the actual so-called stream itself, then yeah, you're welcome to do so. Okay, right. So let's see, what have I covered? Cover the topic itself. I went through the normal thing, and yeah. So the general so-called moving on is mostly going to be, yeah, it's mostly going to be that way itself, right? So okay, good. So now that I'm stationary, I can actually, face to face with you guys and actually talk about whatever they're going to talk to. So no, not driving. Okay, maybe just turn off the engine first. Right. Just kill the engine and then so as not to pose any environmental threat. Okay, so let's see. It's July already. We are like the second half of the year. So what do I have in plan? Not nothing much actually. So if you actually follow this particular live stream, I don't really have plans for what's going to go up next, but I can actually foresee that it's either this channel will end with totally nothing much, nothing new, or we will evolve into something else. So it really depends. So actually, you can actually use this as a real life example, and even for my customer as well, who are actually viewing this. If you are actually doing live stream and if you don't really plan and have a proper planning about it, so this is how it's going to be like. At the end of it's kind of like at the end of the shelf life kind of thing. Yeah. So okay, good. So I'm more or less still early, 4:19, 4:20. Okay, today we are like 20 or 20 odd minutes into the stream, but I think I'm actually pretty good with that. I don't expect more to come, and I don't want to drag any further. So yeah, so feel free to write to me and then just to let me know your feedbacks and opinions and comments and stuff like that. And yeah, I'll see you the next time I come online, probably tomorrow to look for another new topic to discuss on. Normally for Sunday and Monday, I'll try to do that. One is to end and one is to begin. Sometimes you notice that my Monday stream, I don't even have a topic ready, so probably that will go into Tuesday itself. Wednesday, Thursdays are kind of subjective, probably because my most busiest time of the week is Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday we will actually do. Saturday and Sunday, Sunday I'll definitely do. Saturday is actually like, I can't confirm the timing because it's actually a weekend and I need to probably juggle juggle in between quite a couple of things as well. Yep, so okay, I'll see you guys the next time I come online, and have a good Sunday evening and take care. I'll see you the next time I come online. Okay, bye bye.